Hello guys, this is Engineer Sisingo. I greet everyone. Today I want us to look into why did we have so many denominations in Christendom. We have a lot of them: Anglican, Catholic, Presbyterian, Assemblies of God, Deeper Life, Methodist, Seventh-day Adventists, and a whole lot of them. Honestly, I think we have more than 100 denominations in Christendom. Why did our ancestors allow Satan to divide us this much into separate denominations? In the Old Testament, no prophet taught us religion even, let alone denomination. In the New Testament, even Jesus himself in all his teaching never taught us religion. Neither did he divide us the much we are now. The only religion God presented to us is just to obey me, as written in Genesis chapter 2 verse 15 through 17, where he said that the Lord took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to walk it and keep it. And the Lord equally commanded the man, saying that you may surely eat of every tree of the garden, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat. For in the day that you eat of it, you shall surely die. Do you remember that scripture? Now imagine a scenario where you are a man and you have a wife. You shelter this your wife. You feed her. You clothe her. You probably and virtually put everything to make her happy. And she suddenly gives her love to someone else. Now, if you are God, how will you feel that man disobeyed God? If you equate it or relate it to how you will feel that your wife disobeyed you in all your provisions and gave her love to another man. That was actually the reason for the Exodus 23, where God said, you shall have no other God before me. Religion and denomination seem to have caused us more harm than good as people of God. Christians has resolved into religious divides, denomination divides, and its associated crime to humanity. This indeed, I believe, is the work of Satan. And we must at all costs resist this. It's a dividing force. This dividing force called denomination, we must resist it. Yes. If you read Matthew chapter 16, verse 18, where the Bible says that I also say to you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gate of hell or Hades shall not prevail against it. What is happening now? Were you thinking that the devil is going to carry AK-47 to pull down the gate of church? No. The devil has come with denominations. And it has been there. Our ancestors embraced it. And in you think that you are spreading the gospel. It is a lie. We are killing the gospel by all this denomination, that. We are suffocating the gospel. This denomination that is producing fake pastors, fake prophets, fake everything. Which one will I say and leave the other? Do you know that now people no longer go to church? In fact, people are going back to the old tradition of evil and idol worships because nobody believes in churches again. Denomination has killed the church. A man was duped by fraudsters, and he cried to a pastor. He was duped millions. He cried to a pastor, and the pastor was comforting him. On the other side, the pastor told him, "Don't worry, I'm into business. I will introduce you to my business." Shortly or a week after, he brought this proposal of furnishing a hotel in Bayelsa State. You know, that he was given the contract of jacuzzi supply in that hotel. You know, and this young guy was happy that he's starting up again, even with a pastor. Then this pastor told him that they asked him to get a sample of the jacuzzi. And the sample of one sample that he needed will cost about 3 million. That now, since they're in partnership, that is 50-50. That should bring 50%, bring 50%. And 50% is 1.5 million. And this man has no money. He ran back to the bank that he was owing and discussed with his bank officer. And the bank officer raised him 1.5 million. And he gave to this pastor. And this pastor disappeared with 1.5 million. A lot of things are happening. This denomination is killing the church. It's not helping the gospel. It's killing the salvation that you're supposed to be promoting. These days in the churches, wives, they will call a pastor or their papa, "Hey, daddy, will you eat this?" You will see a woman will cook in the house and give the husband food without meat, reserving meat for his pastor. He will bow down, even probably lick the shoe of the pastor, but he cannot listen or talk to the husband like a wife. When he comes to the house, he becomes a lion. But when he goes to church, he becomes a dove. What kind of hypocrisy are we practicing? Pastors hypnotizing members, extorting from them. Do you actually know the essence of church? Go and read Acts of Apostles chapter 2 and chapter 3. The church is there to give to the society, not the society to give to the church. The church is supposed to build the society, not society to build the church. I don't want to go there. It's a topic of its day. I'm talking about denominations. Why do we have too many churches, too many denominations? This is just an act of indiscipline, arrogance, disobedience. When a pastor under one pastor at a time feels so uncomfortable, I cannot be with this man again, he will come out and tell you that God called him to start. Yes, God called you, but called you to do what? To start another church. You're a liar. God is not author of confusion. All these many denomination divides we are having here is the work of Satan, not the work of God. And let me tell you and remind you, the church is not the edifice, it's not the block, it's not sent this, it's not sent that, it is not this, nka. No. The church is the human being. This is where God lives. God does not live in edifice. God does not live in edifice. God is spirit. He lives in man. So stop deceiving us with give to the work of God. Give to which work of God? You are dividing the church and you say it's work of God. Pulling out from your church to build another church, you call it work of God. You are not spreading the gospel, you are suffocating this gospel. We must learn to protect salvation. We must learn to protect the church by stopping this madness and this menace of denomination divide. Must you be a leader? Must you be a leader? God may have created you to be a good follower, but stubbornness and arrogance will not allow you. You pull out and go and start your own church. I'm sorry, I'm not the one that sent you, and I may not judge you, because that is the language you say. I'm not the one that sent you. I don't have rights to judge you when you are messing up. And some of you, because you forcefully became whom you are not called for, you'll be messing up in it. You see a pastor messing up with women. You see a pastor messing up with funds. You cannot be transparent with church fund. You know corruption everywhere, and you will have mouth to criticize politicians. I will stop here. This is not the topic of the day. So what I'm trying to say is that we must say no to denomination divide. It is satanic. It is not spread of gospel. Thank you. I remain Engineer Sisingo.